Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, y'all enjoying the World Cup. Y'all checking it out, right? If your country's still there, or even if not, it's some stuff still going on. It's the World Cup every 4 years. It's like the Olympics or something. Check it out. Matter of fact, USA playing later on for those USA people. France just threw down, England just threw down. Some stuff going on up in there. So check it out. Erling Haaland. If you didn't know him, now you do. If you didn't know what he was doing, I'm still under the weather, y'all. Excuse me. If you didn't know what Haaland was doing when he was in Dortmund, probably didn't. If you didn't know what he did in Manchester City, what he's doing there, making records, you know, dude's bad. So yeah, to bring them through is incredible against Brazil. Now you know who it is. This is not a coincidence. But anyway, I want to go there. That's just World Cup stuff. Bottom line is this: one thing I was seeing an interview with the before the England versus Mexico game, and something stuck out. They were people were at a panel, and the panel was like from all of the footballers over the world. Like I think my boy Terry Henry is there. It's my favorite player of all time. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was there, and I think one other guy. Anyway, and so they went over to Mexico. And they had a Mexican commentator, and the Mexican said how important it is for the Mexicans to win. And the Mexican football is very important because they don't have too many heroes, right? And he mentioned, he said, we got one Formula One driver and we have one boxer in Canelo Alvarez. That's what he mentioned, right? And I was like, see, that's why it's tolerated what Canelo Alvarez is doing things, and basically getting away with it because he's a national hero, right? So, and then I'm looking at us right now, and I'm thinking, right now as we speak, basically, if we be honest, two of the top five pound for pound fighters would be Shakur Stevenson and Jerron Boots Ennis, right? But they're being torn down right now, and not by Mexicans or whites, but brothers to tearing them down. Now for different reasons. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But my point is because they're not national heroes. Because we got a lot of them. See what I'm saying? So they don't get no special treatment. And one of them should. But Shakur Stevenson, his problem is he done pissed some people off by things he's done in terms of, I'm a trying to be cool, but I'm just gonna say he pissed me off about 2 or 3 years ago myself when he went at one of our pioneers of this boxing space, who also just tries to give knowledge to people, and he keeps it. His decorum is exemplary. He doesn't really take it below the belt, right? He's not gonna cuss nobody out or call nobody names. So, and I remember Shakur went at him, and the guy was just trying to give him some knowledge. That's something that shouldn't have happened. So since then, my antenna have been up, and Shakur does some things that irks black people. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff he does, and says. But be that as it may, going in here, making Teofimo Lopez looks like he's not even a professional boxer, staying in the pocket doing it. Going in here, making William Cepeda, when everybody told him to make the ring smaller, no Tom and Jerry fighting, and stay in the pocket against him. Let's see if you could do something now, and do it, right? That's just recent fights. Nobody should be talking to him, basically. Now he don't want to fight this guy. He don't want to fight this guy, right? We're talking about stuff like there's no brothers in fighting, because him and Keyshawn Davis are close and they don't want to fight each other, right? That doesn't bother me personally, because I just watched a Mexican dude say I ain't fighting no Mexicans at all. None, zero, none, no more Mexicans. And then pick out easy ones and say, oh, but them I will, but the hard ones I'm not. And his backlash amongst Mexicans was nothing. Because that I told you what the translation was. At the time he said that was I ain't fighting Gilberto Ramirez, and I'm not fighting your boy David Benavidez. All them easy ones, I do them. But he was allowed to say that. So if you if you growed up in boxing with somebody and you don't want to fight them unless it's for all the marbles, I don't have an issue with that. right? We just had a fight this weekend with Albert Bell and your boy Mason. They they were Pizos, but they fought anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're trying to get people paid. I remember Deontay Wilder. He became cool with Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. They bonded because they both have sick children that they're trying to pay for. So as dangerous as Ortiz was, Deontay Wilder blessed him with the two fights. You know, things happen. Going back to Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, things back then, they were supposed to be hating each other, but they did things for each other back in the day. I know Joe Frazier reached out and did some things for Muhammad Ali. Legendary stuff. But the point is, you know, we're tearing Shakur Stevenson down because he don't want to fight some one guy, or maybe he don't want to go up to fight Devin Haney, which is basically saying Devin Haney's awesome. Should he come out and just say, "Well, Devin Haney, there's different rules from him because he's awesome"? Because that's what he should just say because he's saying it, but without saying it. Because he's like, I'll fight Conor Ben at 147 or higher. I'll fight Ryan Garcia wherever he want to fight. But when it comes to Devin Haney, I got stipulation and issues. Just say it. Devin Haney's awesome, more awesome than those guys. Then we will be fine with that, right? But that's not what's being said. So that, mess with him. Now, the other guy who's awesome is Jerron Boots Ennis. Now, Jerron Boots Ennis resume and all that, right? Why? Well, Virgil Ortiz, for one. He could have fought him at 147. We all know why that didn't happen. He would have had him on his resume, right? It's not like people were running towards Jerron Boots Ennis either, right? So now he's at 154. Now, the fight against Xandar Zayas, he beat the hell out of him and got touched in the third round. Now, anybody think that Jerron Boots Ennis couldn't have just stayed on the outside, not walked him down and picked him apart from the outside? We don't think that he has the athleticism to do that. Yes, we do. We know, but he didn't. I'm standing here with this bigger dude trying to walk him down, and I got touched. That doesn't mean that he wouldn't have got touched from before in other fights, and like he's chinny now. We say that all the time. I heard one dude, "Hey, we don't know what Shakur Stevenson is going to look like when he gets hit by a guy like Ryan Garcia. We don't know what he's going to look like when he gets hit by a guy like this and a guy like that." You know what my point with that is? My problem with stuff like that is that's what you say with a dude who has 11 fights. Dudes are all these fights means they've been in enough fights with people that should have hit him already. All right. You know why you haven't seen Shakur Stevenson get hit like that? It's because he doesn't get hit like that. That's why. You see your boy Jerron Ennis getting hit like that because he's gonna get hit like that every now and then. But he's still winning these damn fights. Right? There's no reason to tear these guys down. They're awesome. Right? But when it comes to brothers, we do that. Right? But what we don't do is we do stuff like watching another brother sing the national anthem right now with this in this climate. We should be on that. Like, why are we doing that? Right? Why are we doing that right now with these people doing all this crime right in front of your face? Right? Right in front of your face. You ignore that. But we on these brothers, man. Leave these brothers alone, man. They ain't gonna be perfect. And as long as you coming up, you see them. We watch the whole damn boxing industry tell us that Canelo Alvarez was the top fighter in broad daylight. Like all the boxing I've been watching for decades, they're gonna pick this dude out and tell him he's better. Then I'm watching guys. I'm like, he's not ever been better than Demetrius Andrade. Just him. Stop there. Never, ever. Right? And then he can avoid them, and then we're gonna call him better than that. Then he's on drugs, and we say, well, whatever. Right? He's people he won't fight, and we say whatever. And we call him better than all those people. Then he fights. Bivol gets beat by him at 175. All of a sudden, 175 is too big. But Bivol wants to come to 168 to fight him for his belts. I ain't doing that. But I'm still better. I'm not fighting Mexicans either. But I'm still better than everybody. And all these boxers, all of them, of all colors, all these commentators, all of them, of all colors, are saying that this is the best fighter and telling you as a consumer that that's who you're supposed to think is the best fighter. Don't believe your eyes, right? You have no idea. Like, man, if you don't get the hell out of my face, that's what I'm just saying. So Shakur Stevenson's awesome. Period. No matter who he ain't trying to fight right now. Jerron Boots Ennis is awesome. Period. No matter if he got touched in the third damn round. Somebody else just come beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are we talking about? Who's supposed to beat him? Oh, at 135, 140, right? Somebody come beat up Shakur Stevenson. He'll get to Devin Haney eventually, but beat him up at 135, 140, right? Somebody, 144 or whatever. Do it first. Up until now, he's beating everybody's butt pretty much easily, right? Up until now, Jerron Boots Ennis is beating everybody's butt pretty much easily. So, I mean, if we're going to be tearing somebody down, tear down some of these people that people are calling number one pound for pound. Because listen, Inui, isn't he like, undisputed number one pound for pound? You're going to hear about the monster, right? The monster's knocked down all the damn time. Knocked down all the time, touched up all the time. Eye sockets broke in fights already, all the time. Nobody's talking about his chin, his eye socket broke, his defense ain't good. No one ever talks about it. So until then, shut the hell up, man. Really, y'all better wake the hell up, man. Serious is that. Shakur Stevens is awesome, and Jerron Boots Ennis is awesome, right? Let's stop tearing them down in the name of trying to be cool with some people that don't give a damn about you. Dome Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm about here, y'all.